From Fallen Angel. Let's see how this goes. What's the test anyway? Right. There we go. Says I'm live. Interesting. Yeah, I've just got an email that says now you're live. Right. For anyone wondering, the wheels have been pre-rinsed. Now I'm going in with a dual toxin fallout remover. This will release the baked in brake dust that's in there. And yet, I do put quite a bit on there. One for luck. We've got one person. Is that you? Yeah. Right. Got to froth up a bucket. So, is it going to be a quiet day today? If it ends up being a quiet day, you know, don't take it. All right, there's four of you here. It's good afternoon. Nation PFC detailing, and I'm dealing with a JDM, which I only learned what that was the other day. Mazda MX5. I remember what JDM stands for. Japanese domestic something market. Doesn't sound right. But yeah, so this is in stock for Fairmont Sports and Classics. So it's being prepped for sale, and it's going to be with me for a little while. Thank you for the talks. David, how you doing, David? David, how are you? Testing a few new products today. Well, one new product. And you've got to behave yourself today because Gary's here. No messing around today. And it's not going to be the longest live for the sheer fact the clocks have changed. And I'm going to end up running out of light relatively soon today. Nice car. Thank you, 65. It's not my car. It is a nice car. And I'm prepping it. It's for sale with Fairmont Sports and Classics. So they've got this one in with me. And they've got another one, which is a Honda Integra Type R. And it's right behind me. That's looking good. The Squirter is right here. And so far, so good. I'm just wondering if there's a way to change the fan size when you use it on the phone function. But you'll see in a minute. I've already done this wheel with it, but the fan is like this. So when I want it like that to do the tires, it's not a reason not to buy it. Obviously, I'm just wondering, is there a way of doing it? If not, then I'll just have to hold it closer to the wheel. And that's it. There's not a lot fallout on this wheel, which is kind of surprising, to be honest with you. It's not really turning purple. 112 people. Oh, you snuck up on me the last time I looked. There was only four. But hello and good afternoon to absolutely everyone. And for those of you that don't know me, which is probably the majority of you, my name is Jay. My business is called PFG Detailing, and I detail cars. Today, this is going to be, at least on camera, a relatively deep clean. I've already dealt with the hood, as in taking it off and cleaning these convertibles, even on small cars, take ages. I've spent an hour just cleaning all the shuts of the hood, and it's still not 100% yet. I just wanted to break the back of it, as they say. So, oh look, finally, there's some purple here. 158. That's a lot of people. The most I've ever had on here is 225, I think. Let's see if we can beat that on this fine Sunday. So whilst we're here, if anyone's got any questions about detailing, please let me know. I really, really am happy to help. And if not, if you just want to sit back and relax and watch, then great. Detailers who been doing for a long time. Is that Devin Cody? Whereabouts are you based? Based purely on the Cody part, I'm going to say America. But how are you mobile? Do you work for yourself? Have you got a unit? What kind of cars do you work on? It's always great to talk to another detailer, and we regularly get other detailers in here, which is fantastic. Talking to people from around the world that also have the same passion. But there's also going to be a lot of people here that will just sit in the background. They just like cleaning cars, and they find it satisfying. So thankful to you guys too. Uh, Iowa in America. Cool. Are they on social media? Do you want to give them a shout out? Only if you like your boss, I guess. Right, these wheels are really quite intricate. Even though I've had that other brush in there, I just need to make sure that these are properly clean. So it's going to take me a while to deep clean these, and they're not coming up perfect. Even though on the first wheel, which I didn't do live, I did do 2 goes of a chemical that should deep clean them. But it looks like they need a bit more help. Now, I don't use acid because I believe it can damage the wheel over time. But I'm wondering, would acid be a good idea here? I don't like using acids. Maybe you guys will tell me otherwise, and I'm happy with that. You guys say use an acid. What ones do you use? I've tried them in the past. I didn't feel like they did anything better than the fallout remover that I was already using. So when the bottle ran out, I stopped buying acid because it just wasn't performing any better than anything else that I was already using. Right, okay. Lots of sanding and buffing. Sanding's hard graft. Do you use a rotary at work? Uh, no, they're not. Otherwise, you would. Oh, maybe that's a shame that they're not on here. You have it easy with small cars. We drive. Yeah, the cars over there are pretty big, aren't they? But I'll show you another vehicle that I've dealt with not too long ago, and that's probably more your thing, because it's right outside those doors. Although I've only played with it once, but not every car that comes in is small. This is one of the smallest, though, that's for sure. All right, see, this wheel definitely needs another going over of something. And I don't know what's going to take that off. Right, so I need to move around anyway, but we have got an Aston Martin DB7, Honda Integra Type R, which I think is getting a lot of attention. But also, only done it once, but is that a big enough vehicle for you? This one, not the Mini, but that one. We tried to do that live, and it just did not work particularly well. So won't be doing that one live again. The Wi-Fi just won't reach. So rotary is a favourite. I like the DA for swirl removal at the end. Do you know, I've never been a fan of the rotary. Maybe you can tell me otherwise, but I've seen loads of tests that these days modern dual action machines will remove swirls at the same rate as a rotary. So the noise of a DA is horrible though. DeWalt rotary for cut and buff, Rupes from a final pass. Yeah, I've got a couple of Rupes machines. Where is my trash BMW? It's at home. How did you know I've got a BMW? And yeah, so when you use your DA, does it keep breaking? Like, does the cable keep breaking? Rotary sounds like a vacuum cleaner. What we mean is the different polishers that we use, they move in different ways. Some of them, if you imagine something in a circle and it spins perfectly round, the other ones kind of go, yeah, no, a bit of a weird shape. So there's a few different ways that these machines move. Hello from Audi owner. Hello. Uh, right, okay, it's a Dyson. I guess so. Right. Okay. So is David still here? David Martin from Fallen Angel. Fallen Angel is where I buy my microfibers. They're absolutely fantastic. And we've got the owner in here somewhere. Right. You feel like their rotary cuts faster. And do you know what? It's these days, I truly believe that if something works for you, then don't change it. Simple as that. You ask, right, okay, this, Dave, here we go. Look at the fan on it. It's massive. Can you see it? How big it is? I just sprayed everything. I shouldn't have. Right, okay. So it's quite a loose, shall we say, foam. Nothing wrong with that, just letting you know. It, the coverage is really great. You will have to pump it up after every single wheel. It starts to get a bit lethargic. But yeah, it's doing the job. Simple as that. What I want to see is how well it works over time. Mazda MX5, yes, it sure is, and it's an import from the one and only Japan. So every time I start this car, it starts talking Japanese, and I have no idea what it's saying to me. And there's a screen in there that I wish I knew how to close so I can clean behind the back of it. But unfortunately for me, I've not been keeping up with my Japanese lessons. I have no idea how to change it. Maybe the other nozzle is better. The other nozzle is great if you don't want foam, and I use that under the engine bay. I just haven't sent you the video of it, but it does work particularly well in that spray mode. Japanese cars are the best. No, they're pretty good. This chemical that's in here, Ron, or do you mean this one? If you tell me the pink one or the pump sprayer, then I'll tell you which ones they are. I'll give you a bit more information. I don't want to tell you about the wrong product, and you're like, no, that's not the one that I meant. But yeah, whilst I'm here, I like to tell everyone about the products that I'm using, how to's, answer any questions that you might have about detailing, something with your own car you want a bit of help with. No problem at all. Miata is the best. Then I'm going to guess that you're also in America because we call them MX5s over here. But I got confused. Is there what was the one in Wayne's World? Is that a Miata? Could have swore, or is that a Miata as well? Japanese engines all good, just never buy diesel. I thought that the Jap diesels are good. Are they not good? The people that I know that have owned them absolutely swear by them, like cars that you can't break, especially Toyota. Do I support Dovey? Why is that important whilst we are detailing the car? In fact, don't even answer. How crazy TikTok lives are better quality than YouTube? Huh? C- yeah, they've both got their pluses and minuses. For me personally, I like TikTok because I can listen to music, whereas I can't listen to music on here. Getting to watch PSG on the TV on a Sunday. Am I actually on the TV? Is the TV ad £10? A flat 16 cylinder with a 15-litre displacement. Oh wow! Now you're. I mean, that sounds pretty quick to me, but might as well be talking Japanese like this car. I don't understand all of that stuff. Dude, Japanese diesel is a nightmare. So I know someone that's had a RAV4 for years, and she absolutely loves it. The Top Gear team, the old Top Gear team, they used to love Japanese diesels. Not that that's the be all and end all if those guys like it. Right. I don't know, I'm missing a load of comments and trying to keep up. Miata is the best. They are pretty good. And this one, I've got to say, it sounds fantastic for whatever exhaust they've got on there. That's my dream car. Can I have your anagrams? Maybe. What do you mean? What do you mean when you say, can you have my anagrams? And this one, if any of you want to see more cars like this, and this company has loads of them, they've got 100 cars in stock. They're called Fairmont Sports and Classics, and they've got a whole load. They've got a Japanese section of cars, so they're fantastic. Trump 2024. He's won. He's won already. I've got an RS4 and a Mazda 6 for winter. Uh, the RS4, now you're talking. That's a proper car. When that thing starts up, it sounds like thunder. I absolutely love the RS. An RS6, fantastic. Why not take the wheel and fender liner out and properly clean it? Because that's not what the customer's paying for. A lot of you details, but hidden debris. Gary, that look, you make a good point if someone's paying for it, but if they're not paying for it, that's the reason that it's not being done. Good day, friend. Something you're from Rio de Janeiro, so hello, all the way in Brazil. I've got a feeling that I just translated Portuguese, thinking it was Spanish. Um, Old Gophers, thank you very much. I eat you with BMW. Right. We've got some competition. What BMW is it you've got there? Oh, it's busy with the comments today. What's my dream car? That's easy for me. A Porsche 911, like a GT3 RS type thing. Black. I don't care if it's a convertible Porsche. Yeah, basically a Porsche. I really enjoy it. Right. Okay. Getting paid to clean cars while getting paid from YouTube yeah, I don't get paid much at all on TikTok, although I wish I did. And I'm not monetized on YouTube, but I'm working for it. Um, Trump, Trump socks. I rarely ever get into politics for a number of reasons because look, there's 145 people here. Not everyone's going to want to support Trump, and you definitely don't care what way I would vote if I was there. Bearing in mind, I can't vote. I'm in England, but I rarely get involved with it. What I will say, Trump's winning. Trump will win. End of story. It's like over here when we had our last general election. Labour won before the general election even happened. That's going to be the same over there. This live is from UK and we don't do politics. No, we don't really get involved in politics. I prefer to stay away from it. Politics, religion, anything that divides people like that. Not really interested. Not what I'm here for. Definitely not what I'm here for. Right, I'm going to go over this wheel one more time. Does it have pop-ups? Is that the lights? No, it doesn't have pop-up lights, if that's what you mean. So, do I like Trump? You guys don't care if I like Trump. I'll be surprised if anyone here cares if I like Trump or not. Well, look at the Brazilian flag flying high today. There's a place on planet Earth I'd like to go and see. Right, this for the tyres is cleanse. If I tell you if I like Trump or not, why are you going to enjoy that? That's what I want to know. We're in England. I couldn't vote for Trump if I did like him. What? Why do you want to know that? You need it. Look, even in my own country, I don't vote because they're all a lying bunch of whatevers. So whether I do or do not like Trump is neither here nor there. Right, so I've cleaned this tire already, but as you can see, that's coming off brown. So that's why I'm going around it second time and get off all that grease and grime that's on there, old tire coatings. And the reason I like to do this is because it is a deep clean of this car. But also, when I do put a tyre shine on there, that will be much, much better. It will look better and better durability. I want to know now too. Why? What are you currently hearing on your earphones? Nothing. I'm not allowed to listen to any. Not allowed. I can't listen to music. I would normally listen to Spotify. So I need to actually go over the car again. I would normally listen to a mix on Spotify, but I've only got them in at the minute just to get rid of the background noise. Tyres was hidden. Oh, see, I told you all to behave. You can't upset Gary. Do you like traits and personality of Trump? What? No, what? Surely none of you care what an Englishman thinks about American politics. I do not want to get involved in politics. Can any APC be used as pre-wash? Basically, yes. The ones that I steer clear from are the caustic ones. So there's these days you don't have to have a caustic APC, but you can do that. And you'll see in a minute that I'm not going to use a pre-wash. I am going straight into slow foam, which technically is a pre-wash. It says it on the bottles of some of these things, pre-wash. Now I know that you can write anything on the bottle, but they are a pre-wash. And the way that the slow foams work best is when a car is dry. So when a lot of you spray them down, even if you spray it down with water first, you've wasted your time. Mostly, not in every case, but mostly. So use it dry. But this car, I'm going to go straight in with the slow foam, pressure wash it off. If I've got slow foam left, I'll slow foam it again. And then okay, let's see if this will come up better. Um, Good day. Sabrina, how are you doing, Sabrina? And I cannot understand German. What time is it there? It's 1:15 in the afternoon. Well, I guess it wouldn't be 1:15 in the evening, would it? Right now, when I spray that cleanse on there, let's see if there's any more dirt that comes off. I'm hoping not. I don't want to have to do it again. Right, so you can see at the moment that's much more clear. That's white. Afternoon, Mr. Day. We've got a lot of Germans on here, which is great. I can't talk German, so forgive me. I won't be responding to the German purely because I can't understand it. Yeah, it's better, not perfect, but it's better. I guess it would have helped if I would have cleaned that brush. Perfect. One more wheel left to do, then we're going to start from this car. 8:17 here in Chicago. Well, good morning. Good morning all the way to Chicago. And we've got a few Americans in here already. But there's someone from Ohio, and we've got someone in the Windy City, Chicago. And welcome back, I might add. So thank you for joining us. Again, a few of you are becoming regulars, so thank you for that. Right, okay, we should talk in English here. They speak only English. Yeah, English people are not good with other languages. Simple as that. I've noticed that I can kind of understand a little bit of Portuguese. I've been learning Spanish, and it looks hello from Guam. Wow, I don't think we've spoken to anyone from Guam before, but hello all the way to Guam. I did quite a while of trying to learn Spanish and Portuguese. It seems to be that I seem to be able to look at a sentence and think, all right, I think I know what they're saying here. But obviously, different languages. Adam, how you doing, Adam? Look what I've got here with me. Hopefully, you recognise that face. Well, you might not. I don't think you see him on camera that much. I don't know if he does lives that much anymore. Do you? No, didn't think so. Right, okay. Do you know about ceramic coatings? Yes, cleaning is much easier with that when dirt sticks on it. Yeah, absolutely. I like ceramic coatings. I don't like applying them, but I like what they do. So yeah, they're absolutely fantastic, and definitely recommend ceramic coatings. What car is that? An MX5. It is an MX5. It's been imported from Japan, and it's being prepped for sale for Fairmont Sports and Classic. So I've already spent a bit of time on it this morning off camera, a little bit of time under the engine bay, some time on the interior because it smells a bit from the last owner. and smells are awful to get rid of. I can't tell what car that is. It's a Mazda MX5. Once this goes on, I'll show you around the car so you can see exactly what it is. And I'll show you the other cars that I've got here that I've already dealt with. I'm just waiting for the owners to come and pick them up. Right, there we go. So we have got this is the Mazda MX5 from Japan, convertible. Haven't dealt with the interior yet, so bear with me. But there's the interior. I'm going to show you very quickly. There's a DB7 that's been there for ages. It might end up living here, to be honest with you. The owner was going to sell it, but now I don't know if he is. And we've got a Honda Civic Type R, also from Fairmont Sports and Classics. They've got about 100 cars in stock. So if you like looking at cars like that, definitely check them out. Right, okay. Are you currently using the mic in your earphones or another mic? It's the one in my earphones. This will be interesting. Is the sound good or bad? I know it might be a little bit muffled. Do I use an ozone generator? I do use an ozone generator. However, sometimes that can be a bit of a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. So I did say to someone, funnily enough, this morning, they've got a car, a Ford Focus, I think it was, that they've got a mold smell in. And I know that I can use an ozone generator, but what happens with an ozone generator is it ends up leaving its own smell behind. And I don't mind working with it. You've just got to make sure that you open all the doors afterwards and get rid of the gas that's in there. But yeah, I do use ozone generators, just not very often. Sounds okay. All right, cool. Thank you. I was nervous on that one of what the answer might have been. Where have I put that brush? There we go. Dual tire brush. I just want to say 149 hellos. We have really hit the most I've ever had on here, which was 225 at any one time. And the likes, I think the most I got was 80. Well, no, it was just short. I'm telling you, it was 75. So I've got this own personal target in my head today that, oh, wow, look at that jump up, 214. If we get another 12 people in here, then I've, we've beat the record on the most amount of people I've had on here. And if I can get to 80 likes today, then that would be fantastic. And one thing I haven't asked for, I'd love if you subscribed because I detail cars all the time. Going to be quiet next week, so I'm having a few days off now. But I detail often on YouTube. I also detail often on TikTok, and you can find me there at PFG Detailing. So just in case you want to follow me there too. Right, okay. What do you recommend for removing overspray from textured plastics? Well, that is a difficult one. Um, God, I'd be tempted to use a chemical. It depends exactly what paint it is. But I'd be tempted to use like a paint thinner. But you've got to be very careful because it's on textured plastic. You can't machine polish it. You can't use a clay bar because you'll just tear it to pieces. So yeah, that's a difficult one on textured plastics. It would end up having to be a chemical, some kind of thinners that would take it off. But again, I'd be careful because you also don't want to ruin the plastics any more than they've already been ruined. So I know a guy that's been using thinners for years. He doesn't use the chemical decontamination products like the majority of us would. So before he doesn't use a clay bar, he cleans the car and he goes straight into thinners. I mean, he's real old school with this stuff. So if it's good enough for him, that's what I would say go with. He's been doing it for years now. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but stuff stinks. Right, okay. The wheels look incredible on the MX5. They are quite nice. Well, they BBS, but not the easiest ones to clean. Also, not the hardest. and the barrel of the wheel is relatively like thin, so that's kind of easy for me. But when this thing starts up, which I'm not going to do at the minute for obvious reasons, I'm here with chemicals on my hand. The exhausts sound really nice for this little car. But the interior needs a lot of sorting out as well, and there's no way it will be finished today, unfortunately. Gary's having a look around the car. English cars. Mm, I like good old England. I'd rather be in Spain at the minute. Okay. When you say English cars with that little face, what's on your mind? What are you thinking with the English cars? Right, these barrels. Maybe another go. These wheels are not coming up perfect, but we're going to try our best. Good morning from Lake Worth, Florida. Enjoying the channel, bro. Ah, thank you very much, AG. That's really kind of you. Florida. That's got to be warm there. Lovely and warm. I'm sure it is. And thank you for joining us all the way from America. We've had people in from all over today, but quite a lot of Americans. I think a lot of my videos, etc., get a lot of views from Americans. Ironically, Russia as well. Germany and England. They're the ones that seem to watch my videos the most. In fact, we found a couple of people in here today talking German. So if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber if you like detailing cars and just coming in for a chit. And the likes, I don't know how you leave likes, but we've got 20 of them somehow. So to every single one of you that's given me the like, thank you very much. For everyone that's subscribed, thank you. For everyone that's chatting, thank you. For everyone that's just sat in the background and watching, I appreciate you massively too. So thank you to absolutely everyone for helping me boost my little channel. Okay, I've missed some comments there. Let me do one more of these. Can't get back there. Howard, cleaning wheels is pointless as soon as you drive out there dirty. All right, well, I won't shower tomorrow morning in case I get dirty then. And here in Clearwater, where's Clearwater? Let's see. Is my something or does the sound get muffled once in a while for a short moment? It might be me. It might be you. Hopefully, someone else in the chat can let you know if it's me or you. I check the broadband before I go live to make sure that the speed is up to scratch, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the equipment is, even though it's an iPhone 15 Pro. It's only a couple of months old. Tampa, Florida. Wow. Uh, Another warm place, isn't it? Come on. Right, let me see before I start making a noise. Right, okay. Look, done. Right, after I've done with this, I'm going to slow foam the car. I'm not going to worry about getting all of the suds off for the sheer fact we're about to get suds over the entire car. So let me just move a couple of things around. We're going to go. I love this shoe. Oh, DJ, is that Isaiah? I think it is Isaiah. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you saying so. That's very kind. Thank you. Right, that. So snow foam is going on the car any second. I'm going to be using built. No, it's not built hammer. Today it is. dual assault, which a lot of you won't have because it's a UK-based company. That's why the exhaust sounds so good, and it's got that rear diffuser that sounds fantastic. And she's already looking good, but the back has absolutely had paint. You can see it's a bit flatter in areas than it would normally be. Right, okay, nice colour car. Thank you, Denisa. It's not mine, but thank you nonetheless. Right, okay, nice small car here. And Louise BMX, does that mean you actually like BMX or does that stand for something else that I'm missing? Because we've got a BMX in here, three of them. Right, so dual Lance with Assault. So this is only really relevant for those of you in England because it's an English brand. But this is the snow foam that I'm using, dual Assault. It's an alkaline snow foam. And let me read this. Cleaning the wheels is pointless. The dirt from the street is aggressive and destroys the surface. What is rather pointless? Yeah, Trom, I read that last time. So I told you I'm not going to bother washing tomorrow morning because I'll probably get dirty again. I mean, so yeah, you make a fantastic point. Right, okay. Snow foam incoming. What this does is it helps break down the dirt that's stuck to the car so it'll be easier to get off. It will help remove grease and it will blow out the debris that's stuck in the tiny little places. And what it helps do is reduce the chances of swirls. PCW Car Brothers, they love the car. Thank you. We love you for commenting and staying here and hanging around. This is slightly better than watching paint dry. Howard, but you commented like 5 minutes ago. So, like, genuinely, thank you for hanging around and commenting because um, you could have gone, but you stayed. There must be someone else you talked to before. I'm new here, first time. Yeah, but you said it a couple of minutes ago. Don't worry, I'm used, I'm very used to people teasing us, so it's no problem at all. You keep going. Sometimes it's funny, and that's why I like it. At the minute, you haven't made me laugh yet. But please try. I'm new here. I missed my MX5. I can see why you'd miss it. They're fun. This one isn't mine. I'm cleaning it for someone. I'm cleaning it for Fairmont Sports and Classics. They are a company over here in England, in Essex. Don't want to be on camera. No. If you're not passionate about cars, you won't like this. No, Devin, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think you need to know what this is and appreciate it. But when that slow fun looks fantastic. So this being a JDM or an import, they seem to keep their cars really quite nice over there. It's in good condition. The dirt seems to be different, if that's even possible. Do you know, I've got such a small amount of snow foam in there, I might as well use it. But the engine's great. The modifications that are on there are fantastic. It sounds brilliant when it starts. I'm just going to go heavy with this because I've only got a small amount left. As far as I'm aware, it's rear-wheel drive, so that makes it quite fun. And it's just a fantastic driver's car. Might have to get another one. Mihai, as long I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but do it, treat yourself, get another one. Get another one, especially if you live in a warm country. I went MR2 rather than MX5. Oh, now you're talking. I bet you wish you still owned it. Supermotors. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Go for it. How can we help you here? I need to leave this on the car just for a little while because it helps break down the dirt. So forgive me for just having a chat and talking to you while this is going on here. Right. Okay. You're pronouncing it right. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, Mihai. I like the MX5 that's had a pop-up headlights. Yeah, this one I had to machine polish the headlights because they were a little bit. yellowy, shall we say. But fortunately, it was a 10-minute fix. I now have a Smart 4 Brabus. Nice car. I like those. I did a Smart Brabus recently, had three exhaust pipes on a Brabus. Fantastic little thing. Which is the fastest car? When you say which is the fastest car, do you mean which is the fastest car in here? Because we've got this one. For those of you that like the Jap cars, I've also got the Honda Integra Type R, which I've already cleaned and is looking fantastic. And under there is an Aston Martin DB7. Pay 900 quid for the MOT, MR2, saw on for sale for 20 grand. Yeah, trust me, I know that feeling. I sold a V6 Clio for 10 grand. I think they're worth about 50 now, but it would have cost me 50 grand to keep it on the road. Right, okay. Right, but it needs some love. And what's the NA? Sorry, I don't understand that part. I have a Skoda. I don't know that one. We did have a Skoda in a couple of weeks ago. It was quite a nice car. What's a DX7? An RX7. Right, time to pressure wash this off. When you change these, fire it away from the car first. First generation MX5. Ah, right, I see. See, I don't know enough about all the cars that come in. I don't know why I'm getting rid of that slow foam on the ground. Right, okay, this slow foam smells quite nice. Something. So then there was a sticker in the car that said it had 5 years ceramic protection on there. Now I don't know how old that sticker is, but I can tell you right now, there's no ceramic on this car whatsoever. So we're not applying a ceramic coating. We might not even be doing any machine polishing, depending how the paint looks. It's not perfect by any means. It's more of a case of how much do they want to spend in prepping the car for sale. Right, I can see that the bumper, it's got a little bit of a, it's going to need a paint, I'll tell it that way. Okay, let me bring you in a bit closer over here. Parker, he uses pure water. Oh, did someone mention about the water? Popped in and saying, how do you dry it off? No matter what I do, just can't seem to get rid of water streaks and spots. Parker, yeah, Gary is absolutely right. I do use pure water, which you guys probably won't do. Whereabouts are you based, Parker? Is it in a hot climate? Water spots are a real pain in the ass. Oh, I never normally swear when I'm live. So what I use, Parker, is a system called reverse osmosis, and I've got a whole load of water, which in a minute I will show you. So it's not the cheapest thing to do. Let's face it, I'm not looking for cheap, I'm looking for quality. But for you guys, it could be a bit different. So I'll show you in a second what a reverse osmosis system looks like. Let me pop these in the middle thing. Remember to do the wing mirrors, people. There we go. Come on, pop back. There we go. Right, Parker. Let me show you. So over there in the corner, there's a small, just behind that little orange bottle, reverse osmosis system. But more to the point, underneath this floating BMX, that tank there is an IBC, and it's got around about 800 to 1,000 litres of pure water in there. So that's what I use. RX-7 with the famous Wankel rotary engine. Who doesn't like to say that word? What's the best snow foam bottle, Adam? I've got two that I like equally. In fact, I'll give you a choice of three because they all fantastically well, and then you can pick whatever one you like. MJJC Foam Cannon Pro, really good. The reason I wouldn't pick that one is because of the bottle over time. The dual one, they're all equally priced, by the way. The dual Snow Foam Lance is good, and the Aqua Clean by Equip to Clean, all fantastic. The one that you shouldn't buy is the MTM. I've got one and it's no good. Is that a former greenhouse? Yes, it is. And I just need to paint the roof. Parker, try spraying a bit of spray wax on the car before drying. It could be that. It could well be that you're working in temperatures that are just too hot. In which case, I was going to suggest a different way to clean the car. But yeah, when you've got protection on the car, it will help remove the water quicker. So I've got a lot of questions before I can tell you exactly how to combat that. But the best way is to get yourself some kind of water filter. Also, actually, I've got that blue water filter just there, the freestanding one, and you fill it up with a resin. That will help massively. However, you will go through that resin quickly with a pressure washer. I've got to go through. Thank you, PCW. I really appreciate you saying so. And I'm on TikTok as well. So sometimes I'm live here, sometimes I'm live there, if you want to follow me there. Okay, I say, Parker, good, I'm glad you got some advice, whether it was from me or someone else. We're all happy to help. What is that? Some kind of black grease on there that we need to come off. And it looks like this. mm, that looks like real carbon fiber. Who doesn't like real carbon fiber? Thank you, Galaxy. I massively appreciate that. If there's anyone else that would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And the likes as well. My aim today is to get to 80 likes. We're at 26. You might not hit it today. So I'm not going to be live for a long time, but I'm going to try to be. Right, okay, carry on. Yeah, I try to do things differently to everyone else. I do the videos and the shorts. Like every day I post something. Normally I post something about the car that I've worked on that day or recently. I get a lot of footage to say the least. But I also like going live, which I don't think you should be doing. And I like to involve as many people as possible. I give out as much advice as I can. And all I ask in return is a like or a subscribe. It's always bloody wheels it goes. Yes, it is. There's other microfiber companies, trying to get to me, so you be careful. What time is the F1 on, by the way? I'm going to miss it. I think I'm going to miss it, or have I missed it? And if anyone's been watching the F1, please don't tell me who's winning or who has won if they've already raced. Then again, it's in Mexico, so that's going to be they're 5 hours behind, and the time is 2 o'clock. Okay, so what is that? 10. What time is the race on? I've got another few hours. I might get to watch it. So after I've dealt with the snow fun, I'm going to clean the car. I love going live. I would do so much more if I wasn't live, but where's the fun in that? You never know who you might get to talk to on here. And I've spoken to some really interesting characters. Some of them are interesting for weird reasons, but I have no one here today. Mansell one. All right. Okay. What year are we in? At 6 p.m. Okay, I'm about to go out and get the water filter and spray wax. Thanks for subscribing. We'll popping in there. Thank you very much, Parker. The water filter, I don't know what country you're in, but over here, they're about 120 quid. And you will go through the resin quickly, but it is the quick answer to helping you. Benny Hill. Benny Hill. Um, what's your car's top speed? You don't want to know. I've got an electric Mini, so not very fast. I've also got a BMW 320i, hopefully for not too much longer though. I want to get rid of it. Right, okay, that bit is done. Just subs from here. Oh, Canada. Hello to Canada. Love Canada. Now I want to make my workshop garage into a car station function. Oh, thank you very much for that, Richard. There is a reason I like Canada. It's not just me getting overly excited. Half my family live in Toronto. So Canada's a big place, but ever since I was a kid, Maple Leafs and the Blue Jays and the CN Tower. Right, okay. What is the best way to clean your car? Supermotors, exactly like I'm showing you now. So, snow foam the car first, and I've got two buckets here. Oh, that's nice. I can go from the front and the back of the car in one swoop. That's rare that I can do that. I use two buckets. One of them is for a whole bunch of microfibers. So, I'll use one side of the microfiber, then the other, and I'll get a fresh one. And that's the hopefully you can still see me. And that is the best way to do it. But obviously, that's there's a lot to answer in that one little question, depending on what you want to achieve. If you've got water spots, use a different snow foam. If you've got a lot of grease on the car, use an alkaline snow foam. Right, time to flip that around. It's more so things to avoid. Anything that might scratch the surface, which could be brushes. Now I'm going to use some brushes shortly, but I've got a whole mixture of them. It's just making sure that you use the right brush at the right time. So into an empty bucket goes that microfiber, and then I use another from Fallen Angel noodle mitt. Work in straight lines, although I would challenge, does that make any difference whatsoever? I'm not convinced it does, but that's what the industry says. Work in straight lines. And as soon as I get to the middle of the car on this particular car, I'm going to flip it around. In fact, I'm going to go to the bottom and not bring it back up. This is such a small car that I can do that on this. Right, what you don't want to do now, because this has been to the bottom of the car and I'm doing the arch with it, that is obviously going to have grit and dirt in there. So I flip it around and don't use that side again until it's sorted, as in cleaned. My car goes 203 kilometers per hour. Have you actually done that speed though? For next time I clean it. No, worries. Nice. Rogers. Easy. It's my little, it's not my little, it's not even my car. It's a little Ferrari MX5 in Mazda red. And it's one of those Japanese Ferraris from China. Yeah, I realise what I just said. I'm saying it on purpose. I know it. Uh, Ferrari. Is your mitt clean and pre-wash on point so you can do heart shapes if you want? Heart shapes. I mean, I can try it. Did 137. Ferrari from Timu. See, this kind of teasing, I don't mind. I think it's quite funny. I mean, I've never bought anything from this Timu, but I keep hearing about it near on every day recently. Someone's saying, "Hey, you buying this from Timu? Are you buying that from Timu?" No, even know what it really is. Another fallen angel microfiber. Can you wash my SF90? Yes, I can. It wouldn't be the first one that I've done. Done a silver one. This guy had an SF90, an 812, a 488 Pista. Can't even remember. He's got so many cars, but yeah, wouldn't be the first SF90 that I've done. If you look deep in my content, probably in a short somewhere, you'll see the SF90 that I've done. And it's a very nice car. So congratulations on a lovely car. I did 155 in a Volvo. That's a lot. Bro has an SF90. But if he's got an SF90, he's got other cars. You don't just have an SF90, you have an SF90 and something else. So that's what I'm wondering. What else has he got? SF90s is not a daily. So I guarantee you that person who's driving something as well as, oh, you can't see me. What's the white car? The white car is a Honda Integra Type R, also from Japan and for sale with Fairmont Sports and Classics. And that one is an Aston Martin DB7. Can you wash the friend's Bugatti Chiron? Yeah, yeah, just bring it down. It's no problem. I've had quite a few people say to me, I've got a Bugatti. Would you clean it? I'm like, yeah. And what I say to them is, if you've got a Bugatti and you want me to clean it, bring it down. I'll do it for free. I've never had a Bugatti in. Not many people know Bugatti owners. And I did have a couple of messages with someone on Instagram. He has got, and I have seen him in it, a Chiron. And I said to him, I said, bring it down. I'll do it for nothing. Said, I'll go live and I'll promote your business. But he never come back to me, which was a shame because I know that he's got one. I saw him driving it, but he never came back to me. Instagram. Niceness. Oh, I'll put it. What did you like? The Honda. Where am I from? Arthur's B. I'm from Romford in Essex. I'm Southern, bro. I want to see the Aston. The Aston's already been done. I did the Aston about 3 weeks ago. The owner just hasn't come to pick it up. But I have done other Astons in the past. Get down to the bottom of the car. The other one that I did not too long ago was a DB12 that had to be cleaned and machine polished, even though it was brand spanking new, and did a ceramic coating on it. But you'll never know what you see here. You might see something like this. You could see, oh, the nicest car that I had on here recently, if you want to call it nice, is the Lamborghini Sterato. That was nice. You are too pretty. I want to be EP. That's the best offer I've had all day. Come on down. No idea who you are. Yeah, so the Lamborghini Sterato is the best car that I've had in recently. If you like those supercar type cars, there's also been 488, loads of Porsches, and an F8 Tributo, I think it's called. That was quite nice. Waiting for another to come through. There will be more. I was supposed to have another DB9 in red, but the guy doesn't want to sell it, so he's not having it prepped. What I'm going to do is, after this, so the car's been washed, but I'm going to move to a decontamination stage. Now, what that means is the car is clean, but the paint is not as clean as it could be. So I'm going to show you guys about decontaminating the paint. And if you want your car to have a bit more shine and be ultra smooth, and literally when you put your hands on it, it will be very, very smooth, then you need to do these next steps. Now, I'm only going to go and do 2 of the 3 stages because I don't know if I'm going to end up machine polishing this car. And I'm not going to end up finishing it today anyway, but I'll explain all of those things. So the first stage that I'm going to go through is a fallout remover. And what that means is, so when the brakes get really hot, they spew out hot, small pieces of metal that get stuck, not only in the wheels, which is why you get the brake dust stuck in there, but it gets stuck on the car too. When you clean your car, and if you run your hand over it and it's not perfectly smooth, you need to do some decontamination. Um, EP loves me. I love all of you too. So thank you for being here. I'm British. Old astonishing cars are close to my heart. Really? I like the old British cars too. And Aston, yeah, I really, really do enjoy them. However, I do like a German car, and I do like an Italian car. But basically, I like cars anyway. I don't know a lot about them. And a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about the cars that I've got in, and I never know enough because there's just too many. Oh, hello, Paul. So you guys don't know Paul yet very well, but there you go. There's Paul, and Paul's messing about. I didn't show you. Oh yeah, we've got boating as well that Paul's been messing around with. Right. So I want to see you do an Austin Maxi. I can't even remember what one of those looks like, David. Come to Brazil, please. Honestly, I would love to come to Brazil. The food, the culture, the weather. Yeah, I would love to come to Brazil. Lungs of the earth, as they call it. The lungs of the earth because of the rainforest. But only if I can use Twitter. I'm subbing Artus. Yeah, well, got it right in the end. Thank you very much for subbing. British cars are good because they usually break down near a pub. They're not breaking down. That's a security feature to make sure that you get a break. Okay, let's do some decontamination. In fact, I'm going to pick up that chemical now. Is there enough in there? I might need to top this up. Do I ride bikes? I don't, but I wish I did. I'd like a Ducati 899 Panigale. I want a white one. Carnival and football. Oh yeah, how could I forget the carnival and football? I'm not a big football fan, but if I was in Brazil, you've got to get involved in the carnival and the football, haven't you? All the colours and the sights. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Right. Okay. So I need to. I'm going to top this one up if you don't mind. Bear me a second. I wish I would have checked this before. Right. So the chemical that I'm using for the decontamination is Corosol. I could have just shown you this one because it also says Corosol on there. You need scaffolding to get on a motorbike. Oh, Martin's on fire today. I must remember to call Microfiber later to see if they've got any new toys for me. Yeah. Right. Sorry, I know you don't want to watch me do this, but I'm just letting you know what chemicals I'm using and hopefully not going to spill this. Yep, that'll do. Right. So this is the chemical, built Hamburg Corosol. Now, if you guys have got white cars, then you'll see this. On this car, you might not see it because it will turn purple when it reacts with the small pieces of metal that are stuck in there. What's got gold wheels, Rogers? Right. Okay. So when you spray this on the car, it reacts with the baked in brake dust and it will turn purple. Now, you might not see it because there's a red car and it turns a really deep, rich purple. But if there is any contaminants in there, this is all you need to do to get rid of it. You spray it on the car, you let it rest for 5 minutes, at least in cool temperatures like I've got here, and you pressure wash it off. Then there's the next stage of decontaminating the paint, and you need tar and glue remover, believe it or not. So if any of you have got, let's say, tiny little bits of, right, okay, gold wheels. Oh, I see. On that one, I'd actually like white wheels. I don't think they do white wheels. They come with red wheels. But the yeah, so if you've got a car that's got tiny little black speckles on it, could be that they are small little pieces of tar that need to come off and they're really sticky. I'm going to show you how to remove those afterwards. Only if it needs it, which I don't think it does. Am I in the UK? Yes, firmly in the UK, in Essex, not too far from London. A place called Romford. All right, see you soon. So this is as easy as it gets for decontaminating the paintwork. You might look and think, not worth it. But if you cleaned your car and put your hands on the paint afterwards, and it feels like a teenager's face, it's all spotty, lumpy. I know that that's disgusting, but it's true. We've all been there. Then this is what you need to remove it. Gold wheels, gold stickers. On a white bike. Hmm, maybe you could be on something there. I think I like the white though. I mean, being from Essex, that's what we like to do here. Okay, so bearing in mind this goes on clear. Hopefully, where you saw when I was pouring it into the bottle, you can see it's clear. I can see it reacting to the paint, and it's doing fantastic. So I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like right now. So if you can see all of this here, hopefully you can pick that up. All of this, that is the small pieces of iron filings that are coming out. Can you see it looks like the car is almost crying or bleeding? So that's why it's called a bleeding fallout. On the roof here too, all of those little black speckles, that's where it's turning purple. The back of the car is normally quite bad. There you go. All of these little bits on here, that's what's coming off when you decontaminate the paint. So it's working. Again, nice, great big patch of it right here. If you see me running my finger through it. Lovely. That's it. That's as easy as that gets. When you get the little black spots, that's when you need tile glue remover. Uh-oh. You remind me of a mechanic off Wheeler Dealers. Which one? Because there was the really tall one, and there's the other ones. Right. What I'm also going to do is clean the door shuts whilst this is working. Whilst I've got the opportunity, so I'm going to use a dual brush, like a bore hair brush, and this. Cool. When I say this, so I should say it's built Hamber Surfex HD. It is an all-purpose cleaner and really quite a powerful one, mixed at 10 to 1. Yeah. Just so you're all aware, this "please don't fire me" guy will probably annoy every single one of you. And yeah, he likes to talk to Gary, but what can I say? Hopefully, he won't ruin it for everyone. We will see. Seeing as Gary has not done anything yet, let me say, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hopefully, that person won't be able to annoy any of you. It was in the other day. He made something like 10 accounts. Saddam Lion, hello. Good afternoon. Well, depending where you are, anyway. But this is good for getting all the dirt out of the door shuts. Just part of doing a thorough job. I'm going to get all the way under here. And then all I'm going to do is pressure wash it off afterwards. Okay. No, you can't see a lot of what I'm doing now, but kind of hard to show you this part of the clean. This is the lengths that we go to on a deep clean uh, for prepping this car for sale or even with a client. There you go. That's done. I'll leave that there for a little while. All right, let's check the boot on this car. I love this red colour. No, me too. I was seeing if I noticed. Oh, I noticed him. Uh, you got the same haircut, I think. The same haircut as who? How do we pop this without me? I have to go into the car and do it. Right. Where are you? Where are you? Who knows how to open a fuel filler cap? Am I going to be able to get into there? Yes. Perfect. Southern Light. Ah, thank you very much, Rod. Was you're too kind. I keep forgetting to ask people for that, but yes, if people could sub, then keeps me coming back for more. Then I know that you like me and you like the the content. And what I'm aiming for personally is to become monetized on here, and I'm halfway there. Well, a third of the way there. I need something called watch hours. So every time I go live, I get between 80 and 150 watch hours. I need 4,000. And I'm only at 1,500 at the minute. So we're nearly there. And then if I can become monetized and do this and get paid for being live when I'm going live anyway, and great world that will be. So yeah, as many subs and likes as possible. I'd really appreciate it. Between the seats. Oh, is it between the seats? Thank you very much for that, Mihai. I'm glad that you're here to help me. I haven't actually looked for it yet, but I've just looked and thought, no, I actually need to get in there. Right, okay. Washing every crevice. Absolutely. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I did the wheels, tried to get deep into the wheels and the arches. And anything that I can't actually reach with this brush, I'll use some steam later. But yeah, this is going to be as clean as I can get it. I'm not going to pressure wash, so I'm not going to soak this down because, of course, I can't pressure wash it off. And the best way now to clean that out is when you put water in it while it's closed, it will flush that out. So it's really quite good. And you can see the lines on the car from the fallout remover. So that is doing it thing. Right, okay. So Mihai says in the middle of the car is where the fuel filler cap is. Right, where in the middle are we talking? Because I can't see it. Mm, still can't see it, Mihai. Gary, if you know where the fuel filler cap is, no, I can't see it. I know someone said that there's a button inside the car. No, can't see how to open it. Well, I'm trying here. There's a small glove box. What, this actual glove box? Or the center console? Or is it, what's that? That's not it. Can you see it in there? No, I thought it was earlier, but it's not. Oh, is it that back there? Oh, what's in there? All right, there's something in there. Coming from Japan, it's probably some kind of nitrous kit, it looks like. Yes. What was that? Is that it? That little pull? Mihai, thank you for that because there's no way that we would have worked that out otherwise. That is a really unusual one. PCW, thank you for coming back so soon. We love you. Right. Okay. Time to get more so into these door shuts. Careful what you're breathing in here because there's some mold that I need to get rid of in a couple of places. Yeah, yeah, it is. So the person that I'm talking to is Gary. Gary helps me moderate. This is why I tell people you need to behave. Gary's got the power to kick people out. There's one person here that I've already dealt with. Was he talking? Oh no, that's me. Right, nearly done with all the shuts and time to pressure wash it off. What is the best way to clean under the car? The best way that I've done it, without being sarcastic, is putting it on a ramp. Um, so putting it on a ramp, having a pressure washer, lots of different chemicals and brushes, and you're going to be there for ages. And wear something over your face because you're going to get soaked. I've done it before loads of times, and you're going to get soaked. Right, let's see. I think his name is Elvis. All right, yeah, okay, Elvis. I know that one. Wasn't he the ex F1 mechanic? How much do I pay for the cars? Nothing because they're not mine. They're prepped. They're being prepped for Fairmont Sports and Classics. So these guys have got about 100 cars in stock. They have anything from cars like this to Porsches, Ferrari, Aston Martins. They've got American classics, English classics. They've got a whole Jap section. So they've got C63 Mercedes in there. Lots of different stuff. Right, okay, time to pressure wash this off. He was the XF1 mechanic. Yeah, I like it when he's on, although I've not watched it in a very long time. Look at the fallout remover. Can you see all those stripes? That's the fallout remover working. Now, I've left it on there for a long time, but it will pressure wash straight off. So no problem at all. Gary, I'm going to need to pressure wash the car. Where did I put the pressure washer? Hey, Mark, how's it going? How's it going, Mark? Had something to do. No worries. And look who we've got here with us. We've got Gary. Right, time to pressure wash all of this chemical off. Let me show you. Let me see if I can show you. Manish. Hello, Manish. Right, right. That's it. That's how that chemical works. Where am I from? I'm from Romford in Essex. That's how easy it is to decontaminate the car. You spray it on, you leave it on there for a while. I've left it on there for a long time, which is not entirely necessary, but it's definitely not going to hurt the car. And then you just pressure wash it off and then move on to the next stage if it needs it. Now, I can't see any black dots on this car. If I can't see them, chances are they're not there. So I probably won't go to the next stage. Now, let's see. That needs to be clayed, 100%. So what happened is, when I do the tar and glue remover that removes those tiny little black crystals from the paint, there's another stage after it, and that is called a clay bar. And what the clay bar will do is it's like a piece of plasticine, if everyone here knows what plasticine is, and you gently move it over the car and it will remove the contaminants from the paint. Now, do I want to get involved in that today or not? I don't know. Like that's the type. But this I probably do. But we never actually discussed it exactly. I didn't forget, by the way. I didn't forget. Right, how dirty is that in there? Too bad. Oh, that closes really easily. Right, so hopefully some of you have seen how to decontaminate your cars now and how easy it is. Okay. Suppose you missed most of it. Unfortunately, yes, you have, Mark. And yeah, thanks for the info. Yeah, absolutely, Mihai. Thank you very much. I didn't realise they close as easy as that either. So now I've got to go in and open it again. But I never would have known that. It would have taken me ages to work that out. Kind of like a ring pull, isn't it? Stubborn like Rogers. Thank you, honestly, so much for saying that. Thank you. Right, so when I did the shuts on here, I did say that the best way to get the chemicals out is why it's closed. So that's why I'm doing it this way round. And did you bring cake, Gary? The what? Chocolate biscuits. Okay, not bad. Right. Now, this is the best way to get rid of the chemicals that I put in there before. And we'll do a test. We'll see if it normally works on every single car, but we'll find out in a minute if it's worked on this one. Not in there. Nothing. Right. Now, I can tell it's working because I can hear the water running out the drain holes. So if you imagine if I pop this, which I'll do right now, there we go. Oh, I might as well open this as well. Oh, Mihai. Thank you for that, Mihai. Then you'll see all around here is clear of where I put the chemicals. You can't really see too much, but the chemicals are gone. So that's why, if I imagine I was to pressure wash this now with it open, it's just going to get soaked everywhere. So that is the best way of doing it. And let's see. Audi, yes. Oh, this is slow today, isn't it? Come on, liven up. There we go. Oh, it's slow. Come on. Right, I still need to get the chemical off the rest of the car. What is the name of the car? It's a Mazda MX5. It's imported from Japan. There we go. What chemical do you use around the boot? Mark, today I used Surfex HD mixed at 10 to 1. And Mazda MX5, that's the one. Yeah. So I'm going to do a tar and glue remover, even though I don't think it needs it, but there's still a lot of contaminants in the paint. So let's see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Let's see, this should be completely smooth. This side is smooth. Let's see. Right, I'm going to show you the difference. This is why you can tell that there's contaminants in the car. Let me try. Right, okay. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Right, so you can do this with a glove or a plastic bag over your hand. So when I put my hands on here, you can't really hear anything. Yeah. If I put my hands here, you can hear the difference. That means that that is still contaminated and it needs to be sorted. But it's also got green, so I've got to do yours at some point. Yeah. What all-purpose cleaners do you have, Mark? Because it could well be that you've already got something there, and definitely don't buy something if you've already got something in stock. So let me move on to the next stage. Again, I don't think that this is going to be the answer, but I'm going to try it. So I'm using Blackjack tar and glue remover. That's only for the people in England, though. You won't be able to buy it outside of England. If you've got some of this, Tar X by CarPro, it's a tar and glue remover. Just like the last chemical, you spray it on, leave it. I always have problems with this. Oh, Mike was right. That worked instantly. I'm gonna have to tell him that. Right, this stuff stinks. End of story. Try not to get it on your clothes. It can. Yeah, I guess it does. It's not a good smell. Uh, oh, it makes me cough. I don't like it. But this is going to go all around the car, and it's safe on plastics. Well, this one is. Not all of them are. They're not all built equally. That is strong. And all you do is just let it rest on the paint, and it literally melts the tar and glue off the car. Now, I don't expect to see a lot come off of this. Ah, I think it needs to be clayed. That is strong. Oh, wow. Greetings from Holland. Thank you from Essex. So I need to get to the door because that stuff. Right, okay, that's better. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. So once you've got that on the car, leave it for a few minutes, and I'll show you the stages of what to do next. Mark, you've got Surfex HD, Logic, and Nitty Gritty. Right. Surfex HD, mix it at 10 to 1. It'll be great for this. Nitty Gritty, also at 10 to 1. It'll be great for it. So whichever one. Logic is more of an interior cleaner, so it won't be as powerful. Do I want to polish the car? The chance, the chances are it will be machine polished because I have to move to the next stage if this doesn't work. And in my experience, this is not going to do it. But we have to try. So we'll find out in a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an old, it's not even an old microfiber, it's just a dirty microfiber. This only gets used for tar and glue removal. Now you can see it's clear. And normally when the car is covered in tar spots, you'll see it come off of here. It looks like a brown substance. This probably won't turn that color. Mark, no problem at all. No problem at all. And the thing is with Surfx HD, it just stretches so far. You could probably mix it at 20 or even 30 to 1, and it will still work. Right, now, is that going to make a difference? There is some tar coming off, but I can hear and I can feel through the microfiber that this is not going to do the trick. No, there's nothing coming off there. Mm, That's got to be clayed. Right, I'm going to get round this quickly. Yeah, it needs to be clayed. Yeah, 100%. It's just, do I want to get involved in that right now today? It depends on what the paint looks like underneath. And if they actually want that, I think it needs it. Yeah, it's going to add so much time. Yeah, there was another one that had the MOT written on it. They've got their own work bay there, so and being a trader, I think they can do more than we can. All right. Okay. So normally this is where I would show you lots of tar on there, but there isn't any, which is exactly what I predicted. This has got embedded contaminants in there, and I'm going to need to move to the clay bar stage. What? Still a strong chemical? Hmm. I don't know why, but these Jap cars, they don't seem to have the same dirt as we do. If this was an English car, or on English roads even, oh, I've done it again. Yeah, thank you, Gary. There we go. Pop. Right. I really need to clean inside that flap. This car's got dirty flaps and I need to clean inside it. Yeah. And the what? Yeah. I can't remember what I was saying now. Right. I was talking about English cars or cars on English roads. You would normally see more of the tar and glue come off, but not on this one. So I'm going to, yeah, you can't see anything coming off of there. So I'm going to pressure wash it off and maybe I'll do a small bit of claying to show you what it is. Right, I need to pressure wash this off, guys. So there we go. I'm going to leave you there for a moment. No, need some clay. Yeah, it needs to be sorted, doesn't it? Right, I've got one more thing to do. Uh, B plus. B plus. That all I've got as a score. I once had a black car. Why is black so easily scratched? Do you know that's an age-old question, and I wish I knew the answer. The thing is, sometimes it actually depends on how hard is the paint on the car. Now, this being a Japanese car, the chances are it's got very, very soft paint. If you've got a German car, they have much, much harder paint, which means they're more difficult to scratch. The only way you can really prevent it is with paint protection film. And even on a car of this size, I'm going to guess that it will probably cost about 3.5 grand. So it's really expensive stuff if you do go and invest in paint protection film. And it's not for everyone. But it's the ultimate. So that's what you should have if you think the car is worth it. Hello from Brazil. We've got a lot of people from Brazil today. Hello all the way to Brazil. Audi, back in my opinion, is the worst colour to have. What, what, what have I missed? I said hello to Brazil. No? Oh, there's something else in there. It's great. Huh? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, you've got a bit of a dance show as well, I just heard. Right. Right, there's a comment there that I need to read any second and I'll get back to you. I haven't read any of it yet. Just want to get the chemical off the car. I was literally thinking, come on, Gary, do something, and then you did a dance. Right? Telepathic, telekinetic, is it telepathic? I don't know. Black is easy to scratch because the black is so dark, and when your paint comes up, it will show white. Yeah, if it's the scratch is bad enough. Yeah, that's if you've gone through the paint and through the clear coat, and through to the galvanized section of the car, then it will look white or grey for sure. Right, okay, that will do then. Right, now time to finally clean the flap on this car. I keep forgetting it. And all I'm going to use is Built Hamber Surfex HD mixed at 10 to 1, which is in this bottle. And I've got a carbon collected brush, which I don't really talk too much about, but they are really good brushes. Maybe I'll just change the colour. Paint protection film. But depending on what car you've got, you're gonna spend quite a bit of money. Paint protection film is you can get colour change paint protection film also. Oh, that look nice. Should have shown you a before and after, but it's a bit late now. But I should imagine if you all know what your own petrol tap areas look like, that they don't look particularly clean. This one does. It does now anyway. I think I could work this detailing. Why did no one tell me when I signed up for it? I would have thought that I enjoy this stuff. But after this, I'm going to double check the car, and I may, depending on what the time is, 2:30. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a clay for you guys and show you what happens. Okay. So I'm just pressure wash that out. I'm top notch. Pity Ribeiro. Thank you very much. You are a kind bunch of people today, so thank you. Right, time to pressure wash that out. No matter where you stand, you always get soaked by these things. Told you, doesn't matter where you stand. Yeah, all the 10 feet away, someone's getting. Let me try it from here. Hopefully that'll block. Help. Oh, that looks better. And it's good that it's draining all the way through, but just in case. So clean you could eat your Sunday dinner off of it. Okay, there we go. Is what safe? Is this the same as the white Honda has just been imported? When you say is it the same, it's a different car, but it's from the same company. So obviously MX5 and the Honda is a different car. But Gary's laughing. Gary is laughing. When you say is it safe, I'm not entirely sure what you mean on there. The what? Sorry, the marathon man. So I can take this off now. Dust it off. What we took? Yeah, I don't know it. Oh, Looking Fresh has just replied. Yeah, but um he's on Instagram. He said, "What Sunday lunch?" Un poco español, un poco, no mucho. Okay, háblame en inglés. I know it's a different car. All right, okay, Mark. I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. I'd answer most questions if they don't sound silly. Right, I'm just going to show you what this clay bar is, and I want to show you what difference it can make. When you use a clay bar, this is the third stage of decontamination. Normally only reserved if you are going to do some kind of machine polishing afterwards. So this is the one that I'm using, built Hamber. Thank you very much, Adam. Good to see you, and I will talk to you soon. I'll probably be back on Thursday or Friday, I should imagine. But yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to having a bit of a break. But I'm also looking forward to coming back to work already. Right. Okay. Let me show you what happens here. I'm going to do the bonnet and leave it there for the moment. And oh, Bill's just sent me a message. Um, Mark, I'm glad. Thank you. Right. Oh, you're going to be right. So this is what the clay bar looks like before. And I'm just going to do a small section here, and you can hear this at the minute. That's what's going to change after this. Oh, this is desperate. I'm putting very, very small amount of pressure on here, just enough to keep the clay bar on the surface. So once I've done this third of the bonnet, I'm going to pressure wash it off, just in case there's any debris still there. And I want to show you the sound difference, and I want to show you the clay bar. Work in straight lines, although again, the industry says do that. Personally, I don't think it makes the slightest bit of difference. It is absolutely caked. Right, okay. So that's what the clay bar looks like before, and that's what it looks like after. So you can see that there was something stuck in there. What I'm going to do is pressure wash this off, and I'm going to show you the sound difference. That's quite a nice difference on that one, to be honest with you. So if I show you this, the sound, hopefully you can pick that up. And now this side, nothing. That's how you decontaminate a car properly. And that's it. Yeah, I think it is. Normally they don't come out like this, but that has worked. That's fantastic. If you can feel the difference, but it's just yeah, it does. But the tar and glue remover should remove sap. Well, it does remove sap, yeah. But I don't know what it is. But it's come out. It's come out. All right. So I'm going to do the other side. Then I'll probably dry the car and come back to it next week. Right, again for the sound. Well, that's awful, that noise. And what I'm using is yes, I am using the other, ouch. I'm using the other side of the clay bar. Instant difference. So if any of you think that the paint is starting to look a little bit dull and it's not completely smooth, this is a stage that you should do. Just bearing in mind it does inflict very, very light scratches into the car. And it's nothing to be worried about, but it's something that you should know because you should be machine polishing the car afterwards to remove those scratches. Yeah, that's yeah, there's a whole host of them. Probably a dragon or something. So after you do the clay bar stage, you should really machine polish, which the majority of you probably won't do, to be honest with you. I know that. And I know that you might take this advice and do it anyway. In some cases, doing it and leaving it is actually better than leaving the contaminants in the paint. I think there's an argument for it. Would you rather the paint was decontaminated and had ultra light scratches, or would you rather things that aren't supposed to be there removed? So, oh, look, that is absolutely taped. The thing is, we keep talking about things that are Chinese. It's being a Japanese car. Oof, this, there's red coming off. That must be from this, those scratches. But right, so that was the first side of the clay that I did. And that's the second side. So you can see how bad it really is. This is why we clay the cars. Adam, yeah, yeah, I saw him go a few minutes ago. Right, I'd say that we are done now on the bonnet of a car. Oh my word, I don't know if we are. So again, for any of you that have just joined, because I know that average view time is only about 20 seconds, which is why I repeat stuff. So I'm using a clay bar to remove the contaminants from the paint, and that's what the clay bar looks like afterwards. That has been used. It's kind of self-explanatory. Use a clay bar to get rid of those last few bits of contaminants. And pressure wash it off. And that should be as smooth as we can get it. That's much better. Still not perfect. Uh, no, it is. There's imperfections in the paint which I can't do anything about. That's it. After clay bar, would the layman actually see the ultralight scratches through? I wonder. Do you know? It's a good question. And it depends on the car. And it depends on how much you're worried about them. It's well, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because I had a silver car, and this was when I first started. I'm going to say deep cleaning cars. You could call it detailing, maybe. In fact, I need to get rid of that rubbish. I want to do that now. And on a silver car, couldn't notice it, no problem at all. So yeah, it didn't bother me. So it's entirely up to you. I just give you the information. You do with it whatever you please. But I have seen a number of cars whereby after doing that stage, it just looks a hell of a lot better. Right, there's something that's been written on here because the car was for sale and through an auction, and I'm just using one of these. It is a blade, quite simply, and that is the best way to remove things like that off of glass. Obviously, do not put it on the paint. You're going to absolutely ruin the paint. You've had your warning, people. Don't put it on paint. And I know that there's something on the back of the car too that I need to get rid of. So I am going to pressure wash that off. Get rid of this. Something else on the glass. Makes very light work of it. Okay. I was just wondering, but yes, I suppose it depends on the colour. It does depend on the colour, and it depends on the owner. Like, if you don't mind, then go for it. But I have seen over and over again. I've got to be careful here for obvious reasons. I don't want to get this blade on that paint. But there is something that over here we would normally think it looks like a bit of a tax disc, but it's stuck on there, and I need to get it off. So yeah, over and over again, I've seen cars that look better once they're clayed than previous. And in fact, one person I did it for, she was told, "What in the world is this?" She was told she needed to have the car resprayed. It didn't. It just needed to be clayed. Clay bar is a tenner. How much is a respray of a RAV4? So I bet it's more than £10. What is this? Obviously, it's an adhesive, but I need to be washed. Okay, for an appointment. EPs, no problem at all. You come in for a wash. Naked, of course. As long as you don't mind other people watching, because I've got a moderator here. He's here to look after me. So there's no funny business going on. I think we've got a new fan. What have you seen? Yeah, it's coming off in. It's brittle because I've got rubber here that I don't want to cut into, and obviously the paint I don't want to cut into. And let's see. Um, I just want to read this remark. Really, I'd have thought it would be good on paint. To be honest, I suppose you have to say that in case some idiot did try it. Look, you never know, Mark. You never know. Some people might try this stuff. So I like to cover my own back because if someone says you said to use this, I'm like, well, actually, no, I didn't. So sometimes I do state the obvious. I know that, but you'd be surprised at the things that I've seen. There's one guy that I used to work with at a car wash a long time ago, and he wanted to clean his trainers. So he sprayed the trainers with tar and glue remover around the sole, let it rest for a while, got the pressure washer, pressure washed his shoes, and guess what? The sole of the shoe came straight off. Now, why would you put tar and glue in a place that has tar and glue, or glue and needs it? I think he had to get his mum to pick him up. I think he was only a kid. Had to get his mum to pick him up from work because he had no shoes to get home. So, yeah, it makes sense to wear the boots. This is whatever's coming off of there. If you're not already subbed, I would love to have you as a subscriber because I'm back regularly. This week's going to be a quiet week because I've got a few days off. But I could the what? Well, I'm going to be with family. There'll be none of that, I don't think. But yeah, I could be here with any kind of car. It could be a Mazda, it could be a Ferrari, it could be absolutely everything in between. Be careful, be careful. What was Mike laughing at? What have I said? Probably a few minutes ago. Drunk in a corner. No, it could well be that. See, I'm not even sure if I could say that if I was live on TikTok. Right, the rest of that I can pressure wash out. Maybe even use the tar and glue to get rid of the last little bits. Okay. This is Gary. Gary's going to pressure wash that off. Yeah, you got it. Got a trainee. Oh no, don't fake. That'll take your eye out. Honestly. Pop, pop the trigger thing up. Yeah, I told you he's in training. Days off. We don't do days. I don't normally. Oh, the trainer thing. Yeah, true story. Happened a long time ago, back in about 1998. What do we think? Did he do a good job? Did he get the job? Dave Martin, hurry up. I'm probably going to use a tar and glue remover on there afterwards. Pressure wash it out. That's what you. It's easy. Latest addition to the YTS scheme. YTS, Youth Trading Scheme. We got to have fun at work. Oi, Gary, give us a dance from Fallen Angel. Right, I can't wait to inspect the paint now after we've done the clay bar on there. So that'll be interesting to see. So I'm going to drive the car. I'm going to be here for a little while longer, maybe another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go and have some lunch myself. YTS, but you're going back a few years, just a few years. I was just trying to think if I did a YTS thing, but I didn't. What was it? Work experience. That's what I'm thinking of. What did you do? David Nice. I did. I worked in a bike shop for my YTS, uh, for my uh, work experience. It was local and I like bikes, so it made sense to me. £50 a week. So I felt like I was doing quite well back in about 1993. I was working with my dad and I was earning £60 a week for 2 days a week work. It was hard graft, even at 13 years old. But my friends were working every day to get £17 a week delivering newspapers. I'm a mechanic and I have mad respect for detail, all the nooks and crannies they must get into. Matt, thank you. And we do like being deep into those nooks and crannies as often as possible. But Matt, what you guys do, I don't know how you know so much about so many cars. So respect to you guys because I think that is one hell of a complicated job. And thank you for joining us today. Right, okay. Now, the water that I've used is filtered. So technically, I don't need to dry this car, but I'm just showing you the technique that I use and a great big drying towel to do it. About the same time, I was working on a horse farm, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Whoa. Are you into your horses or you just got lumbered with being on a horse farm? How do you end up on a horse farm unless you request it? This paint needs to be sorted. It's kind of obvious. It's not great, but this car's had paint as well. What are you thinking that might make it look better? Yeah. If you want to try it on your own car first, maybe. Is it a gel coat on there? I need to do the exhaust at some point too. Studied but showman and dressage. What did you study? Bloodlines and show jumping and dressage stock. What in the world? So how did you end up in microfibers? What's the mileage on this one? I think it's just under 20,000, assuming that it's miles and not kilometers, but it's just under 20,000 of one of those. So after this, I'm going to airline the car as well to make sure that the water is out of all the little places that we just don't need it to be, which is everywhere on the outside of the car. I was in vegetables before microfibers. Well, yes, you were actually. weren't you? Low again. When you say low again, what's low again, Mark? Did I say something that's low again? Oh, YTS member of the team is going to test out the airline hose. I just drop it on the floor, it'll be all right. Oh, I am. No, I thought you. No, I was seeing you were worrying about it on the floor. Don't worry about it. I'm going to use another microfiber to soak all of these things up. Things being water. Right, okay. When did what? Sorry. Oh, before I moved in. It's been up for 40 years. So yeah. When I asked him about the roof, I said I need the roof cleaned. He went, "It's been there for 40 years and no one's ever cleaned the roof." So I was like, right, okay, that makes sense. Mileage, just like the white one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are both about that. I think it was under 20,000. Oh, thank you. I don't. I'm going to put this on just in case it doesn't get rid of the noise. There we go. So this being an airline, but just in the places that we just don't want. Not too bad in it, to be honest with you. Right, so if anyone's got any questions about detailing, you're in the right place. Come and ask away. If you just like cars being cleaned and having a chit chat, you're still in the right place. If you like shorts and videos, guess what? You're in the right place. I do all of that stuff. But one of the reasons I like being live is because I like helping people with their own cars. So if you've got any questions about your own cars, when it comes to cleaning, detailing, call it whatever you will, then let me know. Please don't ask me about fixing them because I have absolutely no idea. Thank you, Devin. Have you been here the whole time, just sat back and relaxing? But thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon, I hope. What's the best chrome wheel cleaner? Uh, to be honest with you, if it's real chrome, no, I'm not even going to tell you that in a minute. Use a fallout remover. If you've got the normal disc, you're going to have baked in brake dust. You use a fallout remover, and depending what country you're in, will depend on what one I recommend. If you're in the UK, you can try Built Hamber or Joule. If you're abroad, then you might get Built Hamber, but then I might say Car Pro or Dion. I do miss the sound of the jet wash and the air compressor. You know, I wish I could get rid of the sound. But yeah, that must be so weird that you can see me use it, but you can't actually hear it. So I think there's probably a way that I can change it, but I don't know if that'll be a good or a bad. Right, we need to blow the water out of there, possibly. And there's a drain hole. Okay, you're in the USA. USA, right? Okay, over there, I would look for CarPro can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a fallout remover. Oh, what is it called? You need a fallout remover, not just a wheel cleaner. I would look at CarPro and Geon. Maguire's, an American brand, is another one that you could look at. You have to make sure whatever one you buy, it's a fallout remover. Turtle Wax, another big brand over there. So widely available. Somewhere you can buy from there, and these guys are brilliant. Chicago Auto Pros. Know way too much about the American market. All right. But just remember, fallout remover. You on commission. What was that? What's weird? Oh, weird that you can't hear it. Yeah, no, it must be. Yeah, so for those of you wondering, this is making a lot of noise, but you can't hear it, obviously. I should have done that door shut while I was there. Doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. So has anyone got any detailing questions that I can help with? Am I a professional blower? After a few years, I'm not professional, but I keep practicing every day. And I have different tools to help me blow as well. No one. Hey, hey. All right. Any other funny questions that we've got? Because I do like those and I encourage them, to be honest with you. So bring them on. Let's see if you can catch me out and get me to say something silly. Normally have quite a few people trying. Every once in a blue moon it happens. That's my me and the wheel. No detailing questions. That's fine. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut and detail the car. It's that kind of concept for it. Yes, that's so cool. You not cold in the t-shirt. Not cold at all. In fact, I'm really quite warm. Uh, Peyton Jenner. That's what I'm going to class as a rhetorical question. I've been asked a lot of funny questions on here, but that is probably number one. Oh God. It's not even necessarily the person you've asked about, and for obvious reasons, but it's the way you said smash or pass. That's funny. Oh, hang on. So what did you say? Oh, smash or pass. Or how about a tennis racket? Never been mobile. I don't enjoy mobile, and those guys are a different class. To get up in some of the weather they have to go to and be outside with it, it's not something that I. It's not something that does it for me. Doesn't really turn me on. So no, I'm not mobile. There's a few people that I've been mobile for, but if you were to see the cars that they had, you'd know why I was mobile for them. This car needs some help. 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be all right. We've got time. We've got time. Okay. Uh, Rachel Levine. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is? I'm not good with famous people, but I know the last one that you just asked about. Well, not the last one. Who's Rachel Levine? Is that someone of the same flavour? Have you? You don't know either, do you? No, I haven't got. I don't know who Rachel Levine is. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Bill Baker, smash or pass? Absolute smash, and then pass. Daniel's not here right now. If you if you could see or hear some of the conversations that Bill and I have, you would look and you would go, "What have I walked into?" I think maybe one day Bill and I need to do a live uncut. That might be quite funny. Yeah, I'll do a podcast with him. Is that what he's doing? A podcast? Yeah, interesting. Well, I'll do that. Do I have to be in house to do it? That's going to be a bit of a problem. Right. Yeah, oh God, you guys. I honestly, I do like the random questions and the It's funny. It is funny. You can imagine. Honestly, you might think you know, Mark, but it's probably worse than you think. I did tell Gary just before when I called him up. Yeah. And you just don't expect. Adrian, how you doing, Adrian? I just looked who that is. Say no, no, no. Oh, Adrian, really? So who? Now I need to know who that is. Thank you for being here. I didn't know you was there. But no, thank you. I don't know who Rachel Levine is. I don't. Not a clue. All jokes aside, I see that you take pride in your work. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you very much. And I like the jokes. The compliments are good, but I like the jokes. Kind of keeps me sane some days. Right, I need to do a little bit more on there, to be honest with you. But I'll do that with a steam cleaner and a brush, and that'll come straight out. Unless I can get this microfiber deep in there. Is that going to remove it? Yep, it has. That was easy. Right, there's things whereby if I get a steam cleaner in there, it's going to make it even better. And there's something on here that I don't know what it is, and it won't seem to come up, but I'm going to try my best. Donald. Don't know what that is, but welcome. I can imagine more Bill than you. Yeah, it probably is a 60-40 more Bill, maybe 70-30. Where's that person that has so many accounts? He's funny. Uh-oh. Normally when someone asks, what the hell is that? Yeah, but right, I've seen who Rachel Levine is. And that's a firm no. Then again, what I need to do is clarify the other one was a firm no as well. Bill's a yes in comparison to that lot. Oh, that's funny. Right, I need to work out what that is and get rid of it. Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas is too tall, and I know who Leah Thomas is. That bit of black that's on there, I have no idea what it is, but I'm hoping that a tar and glue remover will get rid of it. Uh, Leah Thomas is too tall, and he's a cheat. So absolutely not. Who else is there that's like that? There was a boxer recently. Why don't you ask me about the boxer? What is that up there? Yeah. What is it? Where's it coming from to come out of there? Really exciting. Oh, I hope not. It's going to be a nightmare. But I've got something I just want to try and see if this will remove it. Do I have a turbo? I don't have a turbo, but this also isn't my car. Rogers, thank you again. Is it coming off?
Greasy.
Greasy. Then maybe this isn't the right product, or maybe it is. This isn't my car, so as far as I'm aware, there's no turbo on it. I need to get in there with a steam cleaner. It's going to be another place that I need a steam cleaner at. And do I need a steam cleaner on there if I can get this in there? So I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I need to get rid of a bit of that. I've just Googled Rachel and definitely a no. What about Leah Thomas? So today we've had politics and now this, all of which I do not want to be involved in. It is, isn't it? And it's on a little bit. Oh, that came off really easy. Right, okay. Name a car for an edit. Lamborghini Sterato. I get asked that all the time. I never know what it's really for, but I think you ask all the time, don't you? So Rogers, I've got to say, I know I said it before, but thank you very much for that. And yes, if you haven't already subscribed, please support me by subscribing and these likes. Maybe my aim today was to get to 80. We're not going to get there today, but 51 is still fantastic. So thank you very much, and thank you to all 124 of you. I'm not going anywhere just yet, but I appreciate you being here. I did do the engine earlier, so let's see what that looks like now. Hopefully, still clean. Come on, there you go. So I didn't spend a lot of time under here, but you can see that it has been refreshed and it's relatively dust free. Now, why is there water down in that section? Why hasn't that run off? There's something there where the water should run away, but it hasn't. A game edits, no problem at all. I don't know why you guys ask, but I'm flattered that you do. I think I should be flattered, but I don't really know what you actually need it for. Ever use kerosene to clean fabric? Is that a joke? Kerosene. Aircraft fuel to clean seats. What am I missing here? Turbo RC, how you doing, Turbo? What do you think of this little MX5? I can't remember the last car that you saw. Oh, you're car spotting. Whereabouts are you? And what have you seen so far? Well, that made light work of that one. Leah Thomas, absolutely. Weird conversations today. Weird conversation. Turbo RC, whereabouts are you car spotting? And oh, let me get rid of that noise. And do you follow on here and TikTok Tom Iconic for car spotting? Yeah, she's looking good. I have a 2001 Elantra. I don't know what that car is. I have travelled more than that many, and I've already and the machine is tired. What do you advise me to use to I'm confused on that one. No one. I'm confused on that one. I've travelled more than 980,000 kilometres and a little over a million remains. Am I missing something here? A million remains and the machine is tired. No. I really want to respond to you, no one, but I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I'm so sorry. And there's so many people teasing me at the minute, or there have been, that I'm not sure if I'm being teased on this one as well. Nice MX5. Do you know what? It is looking quite nice. And it's going to get nicer and nicer because it needs to be machine polished. In fact, what I am going to do is check the paint. I know that it needs. In fact, let me take these gloves off. The paint needs to be checked because I use a clay bar, but only on the bonnet. So let's see what the rest of it looks like. Yes, I reuse the glove. What engine? Ooh, uh, the petrol one. I have absolutely no idea what engine it is. So if someone knows what this is purely by looking at it, oh, what does it say there? All it says is double overhead cam, 16 valve, but I don't know if it's a 1.6, 1.8. Don't even know if they do a 2 litre. I have absolutely no idea what it is. Sorry about that. In fact, I need to do another door shut that I've forgotten about. Another Fallen Angel microfiber. Fallen Angel microfiber. Nothing but the best. But don't tell him. Don't tell Fallen Angel I said that. He might think that I like him. I'm at the pub car spotting and I saw a grey one. A grey MX5. Whereabouts are you car spotting? I know you're at the pub, but whereabouts are you? Manoj, how are you doing, Manoj? And good. As soon as you said after evening, I want to say good evening to you. Still the afternoon here, but I'm looking forward to having some lunch soon, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to get off here because I haven't had lunch and it's 3 o'clock. Got lunch with me, just haven't eaten it. That will teach me to go live at 1:45. Then I'm going to get home and I'm going to watch the Formula One. I like watching it. Ah, here we go. Hyundai Elantra. I don't think we have that car here. I don't know the car, but it sounds like you've done a hell of a lot of miles in it. Right. I guess if you guys want, I can start doing a little bit of the interior. What makes Fallen Angel microfibers different to others? Couple of things. They're edgeless. They don't have that silly tag on them. The cost is really low. They've got some fantastic colours, which the other ones don't. So we've got the orange, the green, there's grey and blue. The price is low, the quality is great. The customer service is absolutely spot on. He comes onto here, he comes onto my other lives on TikTok. He's responsive. For me, when a product is good, a product or a service is good, you can't have one or the other. You need both. And for me, they do both. You know, like when you go to a restaurant, you can have great food but bad service. I won't go back to the restaurant. So with these guys, the quality of the product, the price, and the service, which is what keeps me going back to them. As simple as that, to be honest with you, for me. I guess I'm relatively simple. Right. Do you have a 318 BMW? No, I've got a 320i BMW. But why do you ask? Do you wash your microfibers or throw them out? It depends what I've done with the microfiber. There's some microfibers that, yes, I do throw them out. After a ceramic coating, throw it away. Unless you want to use it for engine bays, or if you want to use it for exhaust, or just something nasty, but never let it go back onto the paint after you've done a ceramic coating. If I've used wire wool and then I put a microfiber anywhere near it, microfiber's gone. When I use the tar and glue remover, that particular microfiber gets used over and over until it's no good. That goes in the bin. So it depends on what it's actually been used for. but a lot of the time they are discarded if they should be discarded. Okay, dual brush. And you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a bit of the interior of the car. And the reason I'm going to do that is because there's some mold in there that I want to get rid of. So I'm using Dual Logic, which is an interior cleaner. I'm going to use a scrub pad, which is really quite useful. I'm going to use a chair to sit on and a microfiber. This is all you need to do the majority of your cleaning inside a car. Okay. Uh, You've heard of the Elantra? I haven't heard of it, but I don't know every single car that's out there. Right, let me tell you what I'm cleaning. So just just here, hopefully you can see this. Can you see this section here? That is mold. Have I used any expert detailing supplies? No, I don't know expert either. Not heard of that brand. There's so many out there. I wish I did know them all, but definitely not that one. So what we're going to do is, right, this is where these cars are for sale. Ooh, I'm going to get that on there. Fairmont Sports and Classics. They're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. They've got a website. They've got about 100 cars in stock. Japanese cars, classic cars, German cars, fast cars, slow cars. They've got cars. Lots and lots of them. Right. Where am I going to put that for the time being? Right. What I'm also going to do with this is steam the seat. But I need to get rid of some of the mold because I do not want to breathe it in. So this is going to soak it up. You can almost see it's gone a bit green. So that's kind of nasty. The door will need to be done basically everywhere in the car. If you've got a little bit of dust there, then the whole lot needs to be steamed. And in fact, the seats as well, right up here. Yeah, I'm going to use some steam. Who wants to see the steam cleaner up and running? Let's go and get that up and running. Take the seat out. It's not what the client's paying for. Someone said take off the wheels. Some people are saying take out the seats. At some point, you've got to go. That's not what the client is paying for. So uh, that's not how it's going to get done. Spoken to a few mechanics about this, and some of them say do not take the seats out. And the reason they say don't take the seats out is quite simply because I'm going to plug this in somewhere else. No, it should be fine. When they say don't take the seats out because they're the bolts that keep it in place are then compromised. They're never put in properly, other than when they're put in at the factory. So I'm reluctant to do it. Done it. Rear seats easy. Front seats. Some mechanics say don't do it because of all the electrics, whether it's heating, sensors for airbags. They say don't take them out. Will any APC do as a car wash, pre-wash even? Basically, yes. As long as it's non-caustic, that's what I look for. I wish you all the best and see you later. No one, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Good to see you. Right, so when this warms up, which is going a bit slow at the moment, should take 2 minutes. It's taking closer to 5. But when that's done, I want to steam clean the seats and kill the mold spores that are on there. So we can use another method, but I don't really like doing it. How do you tell if APC is caustic? To be honest with you, check with the company, check in the description. If it doesn't say it, I wouldn't use it. Go and find another one. These days they don't have to be caustic. The ones that I use, which is Dual Nitty Gritty or Surfex HD by Built Hamber, neither of them are caustic, and they're both fantastic cleaners. So you definitely don't have to use a caustic one. This is going to take a little while to warm up, people. How can I lose a like? I had 51 earlier. How does that happen? Oh well. Can I get one like to bring me back up to where I was? No, no, you can only do one like on here, can't you? So, right, okay. Nothing's happening yet, but this will steam ever so shortly when it's warmed up. It should only take 2 minutes. So what else can I do on this while we're waiting? If I leave that here, I might as well clean part of the door as well. Sorry, one sec. Let me got you. Screen, yeah. Mm. It should do that, but I can't. I've clicked every button and it doesn't seem to do it. Pushed every button. I've gone through the settings, but they're all in Japanese. So I am struggling. Everything you're saying is right, but I am struggling to get that screen to go down. Right, okay. All-purpose cleaner, scrub pad. It's as easy as this. Really is as easy as that. If you want to clean the leather and the plastics in your car, be careful of speakers. This is metal or plastic around here. Obviously, don't get liquids into some areas. But if it's plastic and leather, you can do this without any fear. And this is how easy it is to get rid of at least the surface mold, and hopefully this will get rid of all of it. Right, this speaker, I've got to make sure that I don't get water in there for obvious reasons. So that's why I spray it directly on here. I can go around it, but I'll have to use something much drier than this on the actual speaker itself. Okay, there we go. Is that warm yet? No, it's still not warm. Come on, Steamer, you're embarrassing me now. Got to show these lovely people what I'm doing to clean this car. I'm also going to grab a small brush to get into the areas where a scrub pad won't. Some people hate these brushes. Uh, Maybe a cleaner one. So, you know what? Any one of those brushes except for the blue ones, maybe. Thank you. The what one? Uh, let's try the stiff one. It's actually called the stiff one, just so all of you are aware. Right, we've got steam. We have steam. That will do. Perfect. There we go. Look, see, it's called the stiff one. Not me trying to be funny. It's the company trying to be funny. Here you go. There's going to be some water coming out of there, so let me get rid of that. Now, if that doesn't get into the nooks and crannies, what will? Put this here, keep that safe. What this side satisfied. Got all of the areas where a scrub pad just won't reach to because it won't go into the nooks and crannies. Use steam. All I can say is be careful because this is damn hot. What this will also do is sanitize the area. Again, don't go on the speakers, go around the speakers. Use the side of the microphone, but haven't used it, and dry it off. And that's what I'm going to do on the seats as well. What I've also got in there is pure water. So it's been filtered, so it won't leave any water spots on a car interior, which makes good sense. Right. The other thing I'm going to do is use the airline. So bear with me a second, people. I'm going to grab that. And an airline will just make sure that there's no chemical or water left in any of the areas anymore. Hopefully you can see that blown away. If you watch this area, there we go. Keep it away from the speakers, otherwise that will blow a hole in the speaker. This would be one of the cleanest MX5 doors around now. Right. Now what I'm going to do the seats is add this attachment. Somehow I'm going to add it. Playing up with me. Evening all. Evening, Dave Martin. Why is this? There we go. So with that attachment, I'm now going to steam the seats. So any kind of smells from the mold is going to be neutralized with this. It will kill the mold. All I need to do is soak it all up afterwards. That easy. So if somebody farts in the seat, it will be neutralized from the steam. Um, don't neutralize farts. If you get a good one, you should be proud of it. Get rid of that. What in the world is that? I'm going to open the door on the other side just to let the steam out. Oh, my beautiful assistant is going to do it for me. There you go. Jane, reply to your question. We only buy the highest GSM and best grade microfibers available to the market and offer them at a very best price available. What's the name of the company that does that, Dave? Steamy, steamy windows. What this will do is it will clean the material as well, of which it looks like Alcantara, and it brings back the kind of nap. So if I do that on the seats, hopefully you can, yeah, you can see where I've run my hands on it. It brings all of that back. It brings it back up to fresh. We also pride ourselves on customer service and word of mouth and reviews and recommendations. Dave Martin, what's the name of the company that you're speaking about, please? Yeah. Well, that's why I use them, but we need to know what name of the companies that I buy my microfibers from. Right. Might as well clean all the plastics with this. If it'll clean this for a second. Can you see the difference where I've cleaned it with the steam? Now you know what it's doing to the inside of the car. You can absolutely tell when that's been cleaned, steam cleaned. All right, cool. Seeing as I have already used this inside the car for mold removal, might as well make it new again by cleaning it with steam. We're ready to go again. Do you use this on the engine bay as well, Mark? Yes, absolutely yes. We have loads of those musk scrubbers in stock, 10 for 15.99. Dave Martin, this is all fantastic, but where from? Where should these people go and buy these from? Because I can't remember the name of the business. And people stay alive for about 15 to 20 seconds. So you need to get that information on there quick. Yeah. Yeah. For what's the name of the company? I need him to write it in there. The steamer, yeah, definitely do. In those hard to reach places, let's say down here where these won't fit, we don't want to put a brush, then that absolutely works. But he's not saying it. He's not saying where the microfiber come from. He's a rich man. He doesn't need to sell them any. Yeah, he doesn't need to sell anymore. Fallen Angel, we welcome to the club. Does Fallen Angel have a website? Don't just say yes. We got there in the end, didn't we? I'm guessing YouTube is not letting me put the website up as I posted it 3 times. Ah, do it without the .co.uk thing because I haven't seen it come up. Right, do you know what, Gary? I think it could be time for lunch. I'm going to quickly, I'm going to steam a little bit more of this down here. What's that? Uh, yes, it has come up. If you do under it, is it .com or .co.uk? Do you know? I don't know what one it is. Um, Fallen Angel, if you write it on 2 lines, maybe that will help. .uk, fallenangel.uk. Right, .uk. There we go. How much for shirt off? Do you know I'm quite cheap these days? 500 quid. It hasn't been hoovered yet, but I don't mind doing it this way around. Because normally with a hoover, you're going to blow up the dust, and I'd rather kill the spores before actually doing any hoovering in this particular instance. There's no way that's a standard mat. Is 50, I don't know what that is because it might be more. I have absolutely no idea. Feeling here as well, actually. Which is why if any of you want to get rid of smells from cars, this is the length you have to go to get rid of them. Oh, I like this trick. Let's clean out the vents. Let me show you what happens here. Now, I don't know how to use these vents, but let me show you. I can pay your November bills for a price. It's not the only offer I've had today, so can you see that coming through? Whether this cleans the vents or not, I'm not sure, but I try. So if I put this in here, you can see it coming out the other vent. Does it work? Don't know. Is it worth a try? Yeah. Is that how do we open these or close them? No idea whatsoever. Do anyone know how to open and close these vents? Whom wants to work on a fallen angel? Whom wants us to work on a fallen angel microfiber wash? Ooh, don't know. Is that what's next on the list? I don't know if that's a big seller or not. Look, coming out the bottom now. Oh, this car still smells. See how black this has gotten from this. Right, some more. Seeing as it's relatively easy to rinse with water, I might as well steam the hell out of this. I'm going to have a few days off, so I won't be live till possibly Thursday next week. I'll put that in the glove box. Missing. When I get back, I don't want this car to smell of what's it called anymore? I don't want it to smell of mold anymore. Which is why I'm absolutely going to town on it right now. I think it might be along with applicators and other accessories we're working on. Ooh, applicators. God, I hate the smell of mold. It's awful. Right, that needs to go in there as well. Don't know what that is. I'm going to clean the dashboard, but I'm not going to use the steam. We've got a chemical here. All-purpose cleaner. That car is broken. The steering wheel is in the wrong place. I don't know how it shows on here, but this is a right-hand drive car. The one and only Nicole. So yeah, see, this is my right arm, but to you it looks like my left arm. Wax applicators, time dressing applicators, and brushes. Brushes. Ooh, brush. I do like a good brush. Right, with this, clean all of the plastics. It's so quick and easy to do. There's a couple of electronic bits and pieces on this particular car. Now I do have a big hairy ball brush, which I should go and get and show all of you guys. But I'm kind of tied in. And the big hairy ball brush is one of my favourite brushes. Right, time to steam a couple of places out here. What's that? Oh, very nice, easy steam. But I need to do the roof because the roof has got some marks on it. If anyone here's got any questions about detailing on your Sunday afternoon or evening, whatever it may all be, let me know. Happy to help. You've got a few detailers in here. You've got manufacturers, so you can ask as many questions as you like. And if you've got any questions with your own cars that you want a bit of help with, then please go ahead and ask. We do like to help. Right. Is that going to help that stinky roof? I'd love you to brush me up, Artie. It's weird being able to hear your phone and me being like 5 seconds behind. Gary, echo. Oh, you put it on right. Okay. Say that again. Sorry. Is that a Miata? JG. I mean, that's my initials. So hello. But yes, apparently the Americans do call it a Miata. I know it as a MX5. What? Mazda MX5. Yes. Right. Um, what? Sorry. T-boy. All right. They couldn't see you just then. There we go. This is the other person I'm talking to. There you go. I'm not talking to myself. Uh, T- I'm T-boy. Have you seen that? Someone else should just put I'm T-boy. Welcome, T-boy. We've got two T-boys. Didn't see that one happening. T-boy, whereabouts are you from? That made me laugh. This is all stuff that I should be getting footage of so I can do a post, but I think it's more important that I actually just get a car done. Do we? Do we? What did I say for a do we response? I can't remember. Do we? What have you found? What? When I press that again, lucky. Hmm. Funny one, right? What's it smelling here? Is it smelling any better after steaming it? I reckon. Hope so. It's in the back of this thing. That needs to be steamed. It's got to go in there. You're in England. All right, cool. Whereabouts in England? I'm in Essex. Okay. Right. There's a lot to do on this car. This is why I don't do interior. In fact, you might be able to help me out. Could you? I don't know where the key is. Could you start the car, please? And then I'm gonna take the roof off. You might need to put your foot on the clutch. And then the key is a key. It just doesn't look like a key. Twisting? No? Maybe I actually need to go and grab the key then. One sec, let's try and go. I just want to take the roof off because it's going to be easier to do. Fallen Angel is good and cheaper than Jules. Blah, blah, blah. Don't get me in the middle of those two, Mark. So, there's no way I'm picking sides on that one. Right, let's see if the YTS boy can start the car. Who wants a cold start? Should we do a cold start? Leighton Buzzard. That's not that far, is it? Right, go on, go for it. Cold start. Ooh, sounds all right. Give it a little blip. Nice. Right, now we need to take the roof off. And I wonder if the roof will come off with the doors. Love the hair. Thank you. There's a release button there. Let's see. Because we've got the doors open. So it won't. Oh, no. All right. I think we should leave it for the day. If anyone knows how to clear these or get rid of these screens, it's in Japanese. So we have absolutely no idea how to do it. Push all the buttons you want on. There's 3 buttons on the top as well. Mm, nothing seems to get rid of it. We'll give you another quick. Will you give it another quick hoover after all this steam cleaning and wiping? It's not actually been hoovered yet. I just wanted to kill some of the mold spores before, because normally when you hoover, the air comes out, and I've just got this theory that there'll be mold in the air, and I know that I've had it before. It gives me bad headaches. My eyes itch like crazy, so I'm really quite careful with mold. I should have a mask on, but I tried it the other day, and that doesn't even help. Um, it's difficult to know, isn't it? You know what? I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm starving, absolutely starving. Could you It's what? Yeah, I don't suppose you can pop it off because I am breathing that in. I don't like it. There we go. Lovely. Wah. Right. So even though there is 100 of you here, and I love every single one of you, what do you do if allergic to? Am I am I being teased there on that one? Because I don't know what that is. T-boy, T-boy, milk. I'm sure I'm putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5. I don't know what the answer to it is with that one. Uh, Look, I am. I'm going to go because I haven't had any lunch yet, and I'm absolutely starving. But if you don't already know me, my name's Jay. I detail cars. My business is called PFG Detailing. I'm messing about with this car, which is from Fairmont Sports and Classics. More recently, or a bit further back even, we've done a DB7, and we've done the Honda Integra Type R. You're being teased. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I just don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have to look into that one. And this is the interior of this one, looking good because this one's finished. So yeah, she's looking good. What car is the red one? The red one is a Mazda MX5. So she's looking quite good now. Nowhere near finished, but we're getting there slowly but surely. So because I'm hungry and it's Sunday afternoon, I'm going to go, but I'll be back probably not till Thursday next week. I could be live here. I could be live on TikTok. My at is PFG Detailing across the board. So please give me a follow: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of those places. And as I'm trying to leave, the numbers have gone up. But I am going to be back on Thursday next week. It's a T boy is great at jokes. We like jokes. I don't always understand them. But yes, so for myself and Gary, the moderator, we're going to go for today, but we'll be back next week. So make sure you subscribe and I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. But I'm hungry and I need to go. See you soon. Bye bye.